Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. It's me, it's Blaise McBain, and I have a lot to say about a lot of things. So, Bats, how's it going?
Um, I also have a lot of things. Well, no, actually, I just have like a couple things. I didn't do crap this week.
Yeah? I did. I did a lot of things this week. Like, I almost passed out on Wednesday. Like, physically passed out from too hard of a workout, apparently, and being dehydrated or something. I don't know.
Hey, when you work out, you're supposed to like drink water.
I did drink water.
I don't know if they taught you that.
I did drink water. I think what was more frustrating for me is like I had a really good workout and I felt really good. And then I went to get gas and I was like, I don't feel right. I can't see right. And then all of a sudden it was like I got home and I was like, oh my God, am I going to pass out? And then yesterday we had like 30-mile-an-hour winds at the track meet, bro.
Yeah. There's things
wild.
that I wouldn't do, and that's one of them. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter because I would bring like my own heater and everything like that.
I just like that my watch kept telling me that the level of decibels was bad for my hearing and could cause hearing loss. And I was like, you don't say. And I moved on with my day. But, Bats.
What's up?
I played some games this week.
Let's go. I'm glad somebody did.
And, I have some things to say. I'm going to start off the games of the week this week.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
And I'm going to start off with something I talked about on Bot G, but I'm going to get it's going to be a little bit more personal here because this is my podcast and I can do what I want.
Let's go.
And
swear, baby, swear. Say them words.
We're going to talk about what happened in Smite this week, okay? And not just my Smite games in general, but just what happened over the past like 3 days. All right. So Friday night, I told everybody, I was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna play Smite. I won't be on stream and stuff. I'm gonna go out for date night with the wifey, and I'm gonna chill with her." And that's what I did. But the community event's going on, and I was like, "Oh, I'll run a game of Arena." Speaking of which, in the community event, the first day there was an Wheelish avatar that was drawn by Dapio Art, who makes my emotes, and it was super super awesome. And that's my avatar right now, and I'm super excited for Dapio that the artwork is in the game. I think that's super sick.
Yeah, Blaze brags nonstop about it.
I do. But
all the artwork.
I get on the sticks, Bats, and I play a game of Marticarus.
Mm-hmm.
I solo queue, in fact. And I'm playing this arena. I go, I think it's like 13, 2, and 8. Let me get the stat line here for you. It's pretty good. 13, 3, and 18. Sorry. Even better. And
I just want to interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
Point this out. That you like to memorize all of your bad games.
Yeah.
And you have them up, stat line and everything. I push them to the side and just remember one key point so I don't have to think about it ever again.
Yeah, well, here's the deal.
out here, I wrote a book, all right?
I was fragging, bro. And we're going to talk about some builds here in a minute, okay? But I was fragging, It's popping off. I get a double kill, I get a triple kill, and then someone gets a kill, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I don't, I get a quadra, and I was like, surely I'm gonna int for the penta. I'm gonna try to get it, and I got left by myself and I died, so didn't get that penta. It was a sad time. And then last night I played Cupid, which I played Cupid in Arena the other day, went 9-2 and 16. Build testing some stuff, and then I played Cupid last night with Great Value, Mac and Cheese, Gilly, and Suave. And we're in Conquest. Me and Suave run the disgusting duo lane of Aphrodite, Cupid. First of all, that lane slaps. If you want to have a good time, dude, it's so good.
Afro abuser.
It's so good. I didn't abuse Afro. Suave did, but that doesn't matter. You hit the stun, and then you hit Heart Bomb, and they can't do anything. Like, you literally just shut them down. I was fragging, dude, and I don't want to hear anything about, Afro abuser, blah, 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 because I was against a stupid Chiron. And if you're playing Chiron right now, have you seen what Chiron does right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, second item buys Vital Amplifier and just heals a metric ton.
Wow.
which was
dude.
why I was getting wrecked by this idiot last night. Anyways, and by wrecked, I mean I died to him twice. And that was my only 2 deaths when I went 16, 2, and 3. But 25 minutes in the game, my team's 4v5ing because I had to back, and I was like running back to them. I was like, "Hey guys, I think you need to back off. If you back off just a smidge, let me get up there. We're gonna pop, maybe in the game." I get up there, I ult, and all of a sudden I go, "Wait a minute, this is a Penta," and I literally crit these guys down. Just boom, kill, double, triple, quadra. I'm looking at this Chiron, this vital amplifier Chiron, and I'm going, today's the day, bud. And I crit him for like 900. And I was like, oh, you're in for a bad time. So I hit him with Heart Bomb. And he does his dash. And I was like, all right, fair game. I dash too. I have beads Aegis ready. I'm diving this Phoenix. I'm ready to go. I'm committing to Titan and / Fountain for this Penta. I want it. They have 6. And here's the deal. If you're the enemy team and you want to run away from my Penta and not give it to me, 100% understand. If you want to box me for my Penta and you kill me, awesome. And that's what I thought we were doing until the Chiron turned and ran. If you F6 a Penta from somebody, you're a bitch. You are a cowardly bitch. Sorry, I forgot to put a disclaimer in front of that ahead of time. But you're a bitch. And I'm upset about it, okay? This is the second time that this happened to me in the past 4 months. And that's just how I feel about it. You're a baby back bitch.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
And that's how I feel about it.
You messaged me yesterday.
I did.
On stream.
I did. I warned chat. I said, chat, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to cuss right now. I know that's not me. I know I try to keep this family friendly. I said, but I'm a little tilted. And I forgot to say that my little 2 cents here, but that's okay. I don't care. I don't care. I strongly feel that way. Embright tried to go, oh, you cussed twice. Shut up, Embright. I don't need this from you. Okay? I know you're going to listen to this when it comes out tomorrow. I don't need this from you. I gave a blanket statement. And pissed is not a cuss word. Okay? These are things I'm not hearing right now. Anyways. If you F6 away someone's Penta, you're a bitch. That's the moral of the story. God, that felt good. Anyways. This all comes to a header this morning. Me, Suave, and Boss queue up an arena. And I was talking to Suave and Boss about my new idea for a carry build. Because I sent Boss a carry build the other day. And Boss goes, dude, have you been running that build you sent me? I was like, yeah, I've tried it. I think it's pretty good. He goes, dude, no, I run every game horribly positive with that build. And I was like, oh. Well, let me tell you what I'm thinking about running now. So, what I sent Boss the other day, when 10.3 dropped, was the following build. Arrow, Bloodforge, Kin, Silver, Branch, Dominance, Deathbringer. Upgrade Deathbringer how you see fit. And then, obviously, you upgrade into Crit Arrow, right? Well, then, I sent him what's being run in the SPL today. But I also mentioned what my new build idea is. And my new build idea is you go Arrow, upgrade it into Diamond Arrow later on in the game. You go Bloodforge, Dominance, Kin's Exe, upgrade it into Ferocious Executioner, Silver Branch. And you just go burr. It's insane. Okay? I did this on Ishtar. I did 70,000 damage. 71,000 damage in 15 minutes, Bats. In an arena.
That's kind of crazy.
I went 17, 8, and 17. I didn't only get a Penta this game. I got a double Penta. I didn't just get a double Penta. I went for the triple Penta, and they aegis while I was under their fountain, and I died. Okay? It felt good. And what it felt even better is when Suave told me Charybdis is garbage earlier this morning. And I just watched him play Charybdis in his rank game with Bats, which he can talk about in a minute. But Suave got a Penta with that build in Conquest. I'm just saying, chat, or listeners. whoever, I'm on to something. Okay? I'm on to something.
Yeah, that ranked game was not fun.
No,
Which we'll talk about after you're done with your game.
Yeah. Other than that, I played Martikaros tonight. Went 9-6-12. He's my bot G Diamond Challenge because we're doing Hunters and Guardians this time around. I built crit on him. It was a good time. I went 9-6-12. Got a Quadra. Couldn't finish the... I went to try to get the Pinta and died for it. Rightfully so, thanks to a Chiron. Played a lot last night. Ended up playing solo. I picked up Guan to try him out. I was into a Surtur, and I bodied this guy. I don't know if you watched that game last night, Bats, but I first blooded him on the second wave. And then he came back, and I think on the fourth or fifth wave, I killed him again. And I was queued with Suave, Gilly, Mac and Cheese, and I think Gactyl was in our game, too. Yeah, that sounds right. And the enemy team was Aphrodite, Surtur, Thanatos, Izanami, Poseidon. Right? Mm. And at one point, I hear Gilly yelling at me, dude, Poseidon's rotating. And I was like, you think I care? Because I just got done 1v2ing Thanatos and Surtur a little bit earlier. And he was like, no, dude, like, I think all four of them are going to be in your lane. I was like, I think all four of them are going to regret their life decisions. And they did. Because as soon as all four were there and Poseidon threw down his whirlpool, I went, haha, funnies. I jumped up on the horse, killed Thanatos, and then stalled, and then we killed all four of them. Like, I legitimately was a menace. The only reason I died that game is I dove a Phoenix and fought under it trying to get a kill. And I went 8-1-17.
That's crazy.
Legitimately, Surtur built Aegis. Okay, that's the other thing. If you're a tank and you're building Aegis, what in the ever-loving heck are you doing?
Don't get me started on that, because
it pisses me off, dude. It pisses me off. Again, you know what? I go back to what I said earlier, Bats. You know what it is? Do you know, Bats?
Is it if you have 6?
Yeah, except if you're a tank and you build Aegis, you're a bitch.
I get so sick of people building Aegis as a tank. Full tank, too.
I've cussed more on this episode than I have the whole existence of the podcast. Just because I just need to throw that out there. That's a record. You can note it down. It probably won't happen again, but it did today.
Oh, it probably will.
It might at some point.
He'll get an F6 warrior again, you know.
No, I got a lot to be upset about for some reason, and I'm just feeling it. Other than that, I played Tankachi last night in solo, got absolutely raffle stomped. Played Amaterasu with Vital Amplifier, and that item is dumb. We can talk more about that in a bit.
Dude, it is.
Other than that, I haven't got to play a lot of 10.3 because I think we played a little bit Tuesday night, and then Wednesday I had the health issue where I almost passed out. Thursday I played, got access to this new game called Spiritfall, made by Gentle Giant Games. They gave me a week early access. It's a platform roguelike brawler, and it is a ton of fun, dude. I have been having a blast on that game. It has, there's a heavy axe, a bow and arrow, and gauntlets right now. And the gauntlets remind me of Azura's Wrath, which I don't know if you ever played, Bats, but that game is sick.
Oh, yeah. It was for
Xbox.
On Xbox.
Yep.
He had 6 arms.
Yep.
Or 4 arms.
Yep. And that's what you get the gauntlets that float in the air on that game, and it reminds me of that. That game is so much fun. I streamed it last night after Smite for a bit. I one-shot the first and second boss. And then I got to the third boss, almost one-shot it and died. And I took that video, uploaded it to YouTube. So if you want to just not have to go search the VOD and you just want to go check out what Spiritfall's about, you can go find it there. I'll make sure there's a link in the description too. The game is just a ton of fun. There's a lot of different build variety and just interesting pathing where you can choose to go into max health, or you can try to get relics. Overall, it's just a lot of fun. They have a roadmap. They have a plan for every month through July right now. Content updates every single month through July. And it's just, it feels good to play because it's kind of like you're playing Smash Brothers or Brawlhalla. but you're
That's
playing
pretty cool.
against like you have like boss fights that are in the game. Like it's like story driven. It just kind of feels interesting, and the fact that you get like itemization and stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something to like play. I don't know. Like
You know, it comes out
I've
this
been
week.
playing a lot of Hogwarts,
Yeah,
but just games have not been interesting for me right now. I don't know. I feel like there's not enough time. Working so much, I feel like I have so much to do. I can't do video games. Video games just aren't fun because I'm thinking about other crap.
yeah.
Like,
I get
bro,
that.
adulting sucks.
They do. I played Fortnite with Luke tonight. The My Hero Academia stuff's
Nice.
back, so I got that. I had a good time.
I thought it just came. Yeah, what? No, I guess
It was a
it
couple
didn't
months
just.
ago that they had it, and then
Yeah.
they brought all the skins back and stuff, so I got them. But I don't know. I agree though. Like I've been looking for something else to play than Smite. I think I've talked about this on stream a little bit. Like I don't want to burn out in Smite, and I've also been having a rough season 10 so far in the sense of my play. So I've been working on like finding other stuff to play that I want to play, whether that's like single player games or playing like an MMO or something. I've been kind of just picking and choosing around a little bit and seeing what I feel like doing. I forgot to mention we did do some customs. We did like 4v4 conquest and we did a 5v5 conquest, and those were pretty fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So it ended just like way too soon.
Yeah. And that's something I'm looking at bringing back. I'd like to do like customs again one night, like and do like random stuff. Like we do assault, but it's only offensive items and guardians or something like that. Like just like make like weird rule sets and have a good time with it. I'd like to bring that back.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
I think it could be just a nice little way to pass the time that's a little bit different. But how are your games this week?
Uh, my games were kind of all over the place. So played Smite. We'll just get that out of the way right now. Freaking stupid ranking me with dumb people. I'm not gonna say any more on that because I feel like I'll go on a rant. But you know, when you have a player complaining about other people being bronze when they go like 1-9, not very great, especially when they don't do anything team fight wise. And this person built tablet last freaking item on Scylla.
Oh, this is the game I was just watching.
Yes,
Can
it
we
was.
can we
Oh
talk
my
about how
god, dude.
I said, hey, you guys could still win this game, and you're like, nah, and then you guys deicide the enemy team, and as you're on Titan, Hades respawns, dashes, and hits Swab for 998 damage, and that's what saved
Yeah.
the game for them.
And let me just ask this: did you see where our tanks were? Nowhere to be freaking found.
Yeah, I don't know why he was in there by himself, to be honest.
Honestly, our tanks are turds too. Like that's just how it is. I like that whole game just made me so mad.
That's understandable. That game was I was watching it. It was
I honestly was like, why'd I even play ranked? Why? Just you know. But
I
other
wasn't
than
gonna
that,
question it.
I had fun games. Yesterday, Ember and I played a little bit, and then Paige joined in because they wanted to play some games. So we ended up playing Gang Beasts, I think it is.
Yeah, I played that game with the kids.
It was kind of fun. I feel like if there were more people, we would have had like a funner time. But it was pretty fun. I was laughing my ass off.
It's
Throwing
only
people
four
off the
people
edge
though,
and stuff
right?
like
I
that.
don't think you can play more than four. Or is it
I
eight?
think it could be like 6 or 8.
I don't know. I played it with the boys.
I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to
It's
like
all right.
look. Like Gang Beast up to what?
Logan likes to be friends, and then you play
Why, 'cause you
tag.
bully him?
No,
Oh, tag. We didn't play tag.
no. There is no tag. He just likes to play tag in the game.
Ah, I thought
Yeah.
there was a tag.
No, that would
Doesn't
be
really
kind of
say
cool.
how much you can have, but I think you can have like a bunch. So then we also played. We changed games after that because we kind of went through everything and did everything, and then it wasn't fun anymore. But then we played Rocket League.
Yeah, I saw you guys
Which
were on
was
that. I laughed because Suave said you were practicing to beat Gilly.
yeah, right. That's a good one. Oh no, wait. I guess I should start out. Emma and I started playing some Escape Academy first. First off, that's how it started.
That game's good.
It's pretty fun. It is really good.
I like it.
We have one A minus and it made us mad because it was a hint that we used that like what it said we already knew.
Don't you hate that? It's like, give me a hint. And it's like, here's this thing we've already told you. Already
Like
know.
there were busts, right, that you had to line up in order, and we are already trying to figure that out. And we're like, okay, maybe we're just missing something here. So we press the hint, and it goes, line the busts up in order from tallest to shortest. Really, really.
Like, thanks,
Oh,
Captain Obvious. That's
I
funny.
was like, I literally looked at him and I was like, I'm not pressing another hint this whole time because that was dumb.
Dude, that was super helpful. It
Then
let you
in
know that info you didn't know, you know?
then in Rocket League, because I totally forgot yesterday was April Fool's. Which I'm saying this right now. Whoever was in charge of the Albion Giants photo,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but that didn't fool anybody.
it did. You don't know
Did
how
it
many people.
really?
Yes, you don't know how many people
Oh
were
my
upset
god,
about it.
dude! I was like, it cuts off the picture. You
You should just be happy that I was at the track meet all day yesterday. Because if I had not been at the track meet all day yesterday, it would have been on the Up Your Experience one, and I would have had it looking exactly like it. Like, I was pretty close to perfect last year.
dude.
I would have got it this year.
I was like, you literally click on the Albion Giants thing and it shows up bigger than it does. I was like, that's not Discord.
Yeah, when I
Then you
saw
go-
it, I was like, that's not that great. But I know who did. Yeah, it was Glacier. He goes, I hope I get more people next year, and you better be ready. It was funny. I got a good laugh
I
out
was
of it.
like, I thought it was funny, but I was like, bro, come on, try a little bit harder here.
Oh no,
Because Kenny goes,
they got some people.
Kenny said it was better before, and then it changed or
Mm,
something. Because Kenny was like, it looked realer earlier today. I was like, nah, I'm just good at noticing like when you click on it, if the image gets bigger, I know it's not a notification.
yeah.
But yeah, so we played Rocket League. I yelled at Ember quite a bit because he kept taking my goals. Like, I mean, snatching him out from underneath me. I'm like an inch from the goal, right? Pushing it in. Here comes full boost Ember just smacking the ball. So that's why my voice is kind of like harsh right now because I'm not even playing. I was yelling at him so much. And then after that, we tried a new game called Stranded Deep because it's on the Game Pass. It seemed kind of fun until we
That
found out
game,
that mechanics work.
I don't. Stranded Deep.
It's on Game Pass.
I feel like I remember
So
that game. I don't. I don't remember them.
I think it came out like 6 months ago or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know. I remember seeing it. But yeah, it takes gravity into effect. So since it doesn't really ruin the game, right? You're on a raft and you go to island to island. Well, you only have so much inventory. So I was like, oh, we'll just throw everything in the raft, right?
Nope.
Well, first off, the raft was perfectly fine. We couldn't lay the anchor down because we were too close to the island, so I left it there. We're running around trying to figure stuff out. All of a sudden, I go to the other side of the island where the raft's at, and I go, Ember, does it look like our raft's floating away considering it's all the way out in the ocean? And there are sharks in this thing, too. So
Let's go.
you, like, get attacked, and it's nighttime. So I swim to the raft, right? I can't do anything in the raft because apparently this whole time that it was floating out there, it was sinking, but it didn't want to tell us that because we had too much shit in it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was throwing motor parts and all this crap. I was like, oh, we need this. Oh, we need this. Thinking it was just not like a actual game that took gravity into effect and weight and all that. So I'm like, I can't do anything. Ember comes up with like all the crap we had on the island in his inventory and in his hands and stuff like that. Comes to the boat, throws it all on the boat. The boat flips over. We all like drown into like sink in shark bait,
F.
Yeah. And we literally had to start the game over and we just quit after that. And I didn't feel like playing any more games.
Understood.
I was
Honestly.
just like, that sucked. Other than that, I get like I've had some good games this Smite, but they've just been practice and like trying stuff out. And then I've just been, catching up on household chores. Been great. I need new games.
You know what comes out this week?
No, what comes out this week?
The Mega Man Battle Network. I don't know if you ever played those or not on the DS. But those games were super sick, and they're like releasing them again, like remastered on PC and console, and I'm pretty excited.
Let me guess, they're gonna be $60.
I mean, I'm not gonna buy them full price. I haven't actually looked. Let me look real quick because I actually don't know.
I had a big rant about that the other night.
I plan on not buying them for that much. I'll just wait because they will go on sale.
Because it's like, why do I got to pay $60 for a game that I already paid $60 for, and all you did was change the color to it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not knocking that. Yeah, it's gonna be $59.99. I'm 100% buying it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's the Legacy Collection, so it's more than one game. It's not just like, oh hey, you get one game. It's multiple games. It's actually Mega Man Battle Network 1, 2, 3 Network 3 Blue 3 White 4 Red Sun 4 Red Blue Moon 5 Team Proto Man 5 Team Colonel 6 Cybeast Gregar and 6 Cybeast Falzar. So it's technically all 6 variants of the game. It's all 6 of the series and their variants.
That's kind of cool.
So you're technically getting each game for $10. If you want to think about it that way.
It could be worse.
Which I think is kind of sick. I enjoyed those games a lot and remember playing them as a kid. So I think nostalgia-wise, like I'll pick them up at some point. Do I think I'm going to spend the $60 on it? No. But do I think I'm going to get it at some point? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel that one. Mine, I guess I forgot a game. I was playing some Jack and Dexter this week too.
Nice.
I actually got it. I know. I was like, this is fun. The mechanics are kind of sloppy considering that what like we're actually used to. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to put it in words really.
Yeah, the
but
modern,
like, I
modern
still
tech
have
over
fun,
old tech.
but it was like, yeah. Like I'm still having fun, but I'm still like, oh god.
You know what I've been thinking about going to play?
I was like, this is great.
Did you play the Jedi Survivor game? The one that it's like Souls-like. Came out a few years ago.
I did not. Okay. What is that Fallen Jedi one or?
Well, there's a new one coming out of the series. I'm thinking about going back and playing the first one on stream and then like playing the second one because the games are really good. I always enjoy a good Star Wars game, you know? Speaking of which, if you're not watching The Mandalorian this season and you're a Star Wars fan and you want a culmination of all things coming together, the new season is sick. I'm not going to spoil anything.
There's a new season out?
Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 episodes in, and it is sick. It is so good.
I'm not going to lie, I dropped my Disney Plus to save some money because
I want to say
is
a
bundle, and then they didn't bundle it, and I was like, okay, fine, I don't need to watch it.
Yeah, no, I got you. All I want to say is Mythosaurs, and that's all I'm going to say.
You said too much. Spoilers, bro.
I didn't spoil anything. Anywho, do we want to move on to news?
I'm down.
Okay. E3 was canceled. I don't know if you saw this coming. I did. I think as most of us did. Because I really feel like if you look at what Jeff Keighley does with like the Game Awards and the Summer Game Fest, I think it's kind of obvious that that's the better direction for new games and how they want to be presented than going to an E3 Expo. Do I think it's sad to see E3 Expo get canceled? Sure. But I think you have to you have to figure out some way to freshen it up, make it where people want to go and watch it. And it's just not happening. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
So Summer Games Fest is going to be June 8th. So we lost E3, but we gained the date for that. And that's good. Bats, have you read or watched the Scott Pilgrim movie and or books?
I have. I was like, I don't know why, but I was like, they're going to announce E4 coming out soon.
Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, the 4th dimension of E3. Oh, my God.
We canceled E3 because we're thinking of E4, guys. Oh.
All right.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. I guess if you're a gamer, you get it. It'd be like, oh, don't worry, guys. We're coming out with a new Skyrim. 2089.
Skyrim, the same one on your fridge. Anyways,
8 times.
do,
Don't
do,
worry, we made a VR version.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you like Scott Pilgrim because I'm a Scott Pilgrim stan. I love Scott Pilgrim. Read the books,
I
watched
watched
the movie.
the movie. It
I
was
like
pretty
have
funny.
have a T-shirt. Like I love Scott Pilgrim, and the only thing that can make Scott Pilgrim possibly even better and more elaborate than the movie, because the movie is like very condensed.
What if they made a video game?
They're making it. No, there is a video game. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
But they're making an anime,
Oh, really? How's that gonna work?
and not only are they making an anime, it has like the OG voice actors from the movie.
Huh.
I'm super excited. Apparently, it's going to be on
That actually
Netflix.
sounds kind of cool.
It was announced on the 30th of March. I am excited.
Netflix has been going
ham.
pretty ham.
Yeah, I am extremely excited for this. Other than that, mathematicians, shout outs to my peeps, discovered a new shape this past week. And I know what you're thinking. We know all the shapes. No, we don't.
Yeah, you don't.
We don't. We got a new shape. It's called the hat, not like the kind you wear on your head. But it's a 13-sided polykite that's also an aperiodic monotile, meaning it can cover a surface using multiple copies of just that one shape without repeating it. So in different areas without repeating in some weird way.
I'm just gonna agree with you.
We
I have
knew,
no idea what you're even talking about.
So it's been known for a long time that there was a 13-sided shape that was possible that we could use in this way, but we haven't been able to prove it, and they finally have been able to. And we figured that out before we could figure out how to prove mathematically how planes fly. So, anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm excited for a new shape. Okay? I'm just excited about it.
I can tell.
Other than that, Vampire Survivors. Shout outs to Vio. We know Vio loves Vampire Survivors, so does Asmore. I love Vampire Survivors. We're getting a new DLC. Tides of the Foscari. I think that's how you say it.
Cool.
Foscari? I don't know. One or the other. I think it's going to be like $2. And I'm about that. I love that game. It's always so much fun to play. And I know if you played Vampire Survivors, you understand what I mean, okay? You understand when I say it's fun to play, that it's just relaxing and you can turn your brain off. And along with that,
played it yet.
Oh,
So
you're
I wouldn't
missing out.
know.
You're
but
missing out.
I've watched gameplay.
You know what's crazy? It won the BAFTA Game of the Year over Elden Ring and God of War.
Really?
Yep. And we're talking about a game that I think when I bought it was like $3. It's now like $5. You're talking about a $5 game. Won Game of the Year against AAA titles.
Actually nuts.
That's actually insane. So shout outs to the Vampire Survivors crew. I think that's really good. Really cool. Other than that, names of the week have been kind of wild this week. We had a Fat Idiot 69. We had Tron Javolta, the Mad King, and I enjoyed that one because of Guild Wars. We also had XX Mr. Obama 69 XX, along with Geb Bush Please Clap. And I'm pretty sure those were different games.
Even better if they're the same games.
It would have been, yeah. We had That's Poggers, Bro, and All I Do Is Win. That's the team that I played Guan Yu, and I promise you they did not win that game. They learned a lot about losing that game. We had Chargaretta Pizza, submitted by Vio. And then this morning when I was playing with Nev and Depp, we ran into Yeeted Deleted and Nuwa's Toes. And no, they weren't playing Nuwa.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about that one.
They were playing Neath. But before we head into the random question, Bats, I guess I got to ask, how are you liking Smite patch 10.3? Do you have any positives, negatives, anything you love, hate about it?
I'm thinking it's pretty good. Like it's changed a lot. It makes a lot more gods viable to play. You're not just playing like the same stupid thing over and over again. No offense to Smite, but you know, after for like a whole season, it gets kind of boring having the same meta, same crap, nothing changing.
Yeah, I think the
But with
healing
this
change
one,
has felt. I think the game feels like a really good place right now.
it definitely does. Also with this one, like I want to say they've implemented a lot of hot fix, quick fixes, and like balances way quicker than they have for like any other season.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
It
besides
is
the
like,
UI issue, which I'm not going to get into, I agree.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean,
I think my two favorite things
maybe,
are the Horus buff and the Shadow Tanuki Danza skin.
bro, that horse buff is. I like it, but it's so dumb when you're facing it. Like,
I,
I'm sorry,
look, man, I think
it is
Afro is the most
so
OP thing in
annoying.
this patch by
It
far,
is.
but that Horus buff's real good. I also like what they did with ADC this patch. ADC is in a really good spot right now. They made it where like hunters are pretty viable with multiple builds. I think mage ADCs are still viable. I also think mages are kind of nuts right
Uh,
now.
Mages are cracked unless you build tablet. Then you're just a troll.
Well, tablet last item. But I'm gonna get my public service announcement because I've either done this on Bot G or here or both every single week for the past month. And anti heal exists. You should buy it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
thanks for coming to
Especially
my
with
TED
this
talk.
meta.
Yeah, I think I do. I think my favorite thing though is them making healers or characters with a lot of healing in their kit more utility based and making them feel like a support rather than a healer. I think I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess the only one they really haven't done that for would be Hell.
They
Like, if
did.
you
They
played Hell
did.
yet, I see. I don't know. I would say she's more of like not straight full on damage, but just like I don't know. Her tanky just doesn't feel right. Like you kind of
No,
got to build her
no.
bruiser. Or
You
like,
definitely have to build her damage. Like they changed her to be a mage, like an actual
yeah,
like, hey, if I hit you, you die, type mage. Not where you could like kind of go into both healing and power.
unlike every other one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been nice. It's been a good season so far. There's been a lot of changes, but I mean, right now the worst part is like theory crafting
Yeah, I've been
because
doing a lot of that.
they've added so many items. You're just like, I gotta like play this out. I gotta see how this works.
We didn't even have a comp match this past week because like they allowed teams to postpone and the enemy team wanted to postpone.
Both of them, or
No, just this is one from last week. The next week there is no like allowing of pushing back.
well, no, I thought we were gonna have two, but then like one wasn't answering us or didn't
Oh
want to
yeah.
answer us.
The one from this past week hasn't answered me yet. We're working on that. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. I was just wondering how you feeling about the patch.
I like it so far. Like I don't like the rank games I've been having, but like that's not the patch's fault. That's people's fault.
True. Oh
Last
my
time
god! I accidentally
tablet.
clicked on something
Turd.
that was so loud. I forgot to hit mute and I clicked on a video for King of Fighters because I was trying to see like if it was like a new game and oh my god it was so loud. I apologize to listeners that are watching the YouTube video. You're gonna have to live with that. You're gonna have to live with that 1 second of audio of me clicking to find out what King of Fighters was going on while we were talking about this and now I'm sad. Holy dude.
Imagine.
I don't really have a good random question of the week, do you?
I didn't know I was supposed to think of one.
No, well here's the deal. I went to another birthday party today.
All right.
And my brain's fried. Because when I got home, I thought Logan was like on the verge of falling asleep, and then he woke up. I got a great question, and he wanted to go play with the neighbor kid. I know I got a great question because I was at the store today, and I found out they have Minecraft weapon Nerf guns, which I already knew they had a Minecraft hammer that was a Nerf gun, but they have actually like a Minecraft crossbow and a Minecraft sword that like has a Nerf launcher in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you could have any video game weapon as a Nerf weapon, what would it be?
Ooh. Oh man, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. I think it's a good one though. I know what I would pick.
I don't even like.
Because here's the problem.
Functioning or like.
Yeah. It would like because like okay, for instance, like the sword, like it's a sword, but it has like a launcher that you can launch a Nerf dart out of it. So it's not like it's like a full fledged like Nerf gun. It just can launch a couple darts. But it looks like a Minecraft sword.
See, I'll be honest, only because like I've had a great fascination with it, but like the swords from Teen Titan or not Teen Titan, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, those would be
Like
sick.
if you could have the side slots,
Yeah,
and kind of just change out the swords,
yeah,
that would be cool. And also if they shot the anchors.
that'd be kind of sick.
I know. I
'Cause,
wanted like real life work.
Have you ever seen the
happen.
Needler one, like from Halo, like the Needler Nerf gun?
Yeah.
And there's like Galahorn, and I found out they make like they have like Fortnite versions of the weapons too, which is sick.
Bro, Nerf is like crazy if you've seen like all their stuff.
But you know what I would want?
What?
Ratchet and Clank, dog. Give me some Ratchet and Clank weapons
So you
as Nerf weapons. That'd be fun.
want a giant? Wait,
Like
don't
the
they
gauntlet.
just have like a wrench?
They
Oh, the gauntlet.
like no, they have a ton of weapons.
I know they start to get guns and stuff like that.
They've
I don't
always
know.
had
I'd have to
those.
replay it.
They've always had them. Even this like traditional like blaster in Ratchet and Clank. I think any of those would be like really cool.
Kind of would.
I think it'd be kind of fun.
I don't know. I'm playing Jack and Dexter. Then I plan on getting like the PlayStation Plus thing so I can play Ratchet and Clank.
Or give me the Mandalorian rifle, and I would also be okay with that.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
That'd be kind of sick. I don't know. That's all I got. You got any shots for the week?
Yeah. I'll just say shout out to High Res and Smite, for actually making this season seem interesting. I don't like the game doesn't seem like I'm brain dead anymore and uninterested and not fun. I'm not gonna lie there. Shout out to the listeners for keeping us going. It seems like everything's popping off. I don't know all the analytics, but I keep getting messages constantly from Blaise saying things are popping off.
Things have been on the up and up. I mean that's just true. Things have been on the up and up. You've been doing good.
Shout out to new season of anime, I guess, because I saw they started all that.
I've been anime list for like a week. I need to get back on it. I just haven't watched anything. I've been so like busy with stuff.
Dude,
I have not watched.
I honestly, hold up. I gotta look at the name real quick.
Is there a new episode of My Hero Academia I've missed?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of mad. If it ended like that, I'm upset.
Yep.
It shouldn't end like that.
Yep.
There should be at least 2 more.
Nope. It's done.
But what is it? On Netflix, I've been watching the Uncle from Another World. They finally made it like English.
Okay.
So I can do other things while watching it.
Oh, you know what a fun game is? One of my students asked me the other day if I could name Naruto characters in dub from listening since I watched it in sub. And I was like, yeah, I think I could probably name some of them. Hey, I was pretty good. I named most of them. There was one that I refused to name. I heard it and I said, I know exactly who that is. And they're like, who? And I said, and I know I'm so frustrated by who it is, I refuse to answer.
What?
And it was Sasuke. And I was so upset. I was like, that is not a good voice. No.
You didn't you didn't like Sasuke's voice?
No. At all. I heard it and I said, I said, I know that's going to be Sasuke. Actually, I told them they had to tell me who it was because I was so frustrated because I knew who it was as soon as I heard it. And I feel like in that show they nailed some of the voices so well, and then like others they didn't. This is weird. I don't know.
You should
Believe it.
you Black Clover and listen to that. I always think it's funny because so I don't think the actual versions of anime, like when they have loud characters, are actually superly loud until it gets dubbed, and then you're like, holy crap.
Yeah. You realize then you've messed up. It'd be like that sometimes, dude. I don't know.
But I will admit there are some subs that should never have gotten dubs. But also there are dubs that I think should have just came out as dubs and never subs. So
I mean, most of the time I watch sub. I will say there are a few times where I do prefer the dub over the sub. It's not very often. And I'm not a snob either way. Like, I'll watch it no matter what. Like, I don't care if it's one or the other. I know some people are like, only sub, only dub. Who cares, bro? You're able to watch it. Who cares? But I think Gundam does a pretty good job on both sides, usually. And I actually dubbed. I prefer Dragon Ball dubbed than subbed.
Goku's voice.
Look, dude, I don't care. Nothing is worse as Naruto's voice in the original, in original Naruto in English. I hate it, dude. Believe it. No, get out of here, dude.
Bro, he's only like 8 years old. Leave him
don't
alone.
care. He can believe it somewhere else. Why was that the catchphrase they gave him? You know, that's the problem.
Because he's got to believe it.
They're like, we got to fill the void. I want to become Hokage. Believe it. Like, he changes his whole voice for that. God, I really, yep. We were doing so good.
We'll save this next time for when Ash is here.
Dude, I'm just holy. Anyways, shout outs to Ash, by the way. Sippy for Senpai podcast is back. Season 3 is here, baby. They're back this week. Make sure to go check them out. Shout outs to Guardians Mental Health for always coming through and being great. Shout outs to Dare Drops. Also, shout outs to devs that hooked us with games. We played Spiritfall this week. We are going to be playing Wall World tomorrow night as a sponsored stream because I got early access to that. We might have some more announcements later this week, but shout outs to people that want to collaborate and work together. I really appreciate it. And shout outs to listeners. Got some good feedback this week. Always appreciate feedback. I mean, feedback is feedback. Whether it's good or bad, being able to learn from feedback is good. So always going to take that. I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. Oh, and shout outs to the team yesterday at my track meet that put all their sprinters in the throwing event so they could run a throwers relay.
I wondered if you were going to mention that.
Really? You couldn't just let the throwers, the actual throwers, go out there and win a race and just not have to deal with that crap. Come on now. You really needed those team points that bad? Don't get me wrong. One of my sprinters is a thrower. But you know what the difference between that sprinter and those throwers were, Bats? Or the other sprinters were, Bats?
I'm going to assume that they try for both.
My sprinter won discus. That's the difference. Anyways, shout outs to that because that's hot garbage. Anyways, let's get out of here.
Shout out to the episode of this going to be named Believe It.
That was not going to be the name of this episode, but I feel like I want to name it that now because I was going to name it Baby Back Beep, but now I feel like naming it Believe It. Well, you'll find out because it'll be the name of the title, and you'll be able to see that on YouTube and or wherever you like to listen to the podcast. Bye!
And if it's not, hit that comment on there because Blaise has to say, believe it!
You know what? Actually, yeah. For every comment we get on YouTube, I'll say believe it next episode.
Oh no, don't hurt me like that.
Yep. You heard it here first. No, you heard it here first. No, you heard it here first. For every comment on YouTube, I will say believe it.
Ah, man, I hurt myself.
Bye.
Later, yo.